Hello, Collective. It's that time again. It's time for another exciting episode of Two Tones Twisted Tarot Tales. I'm your host, Two Tone. I will be delivering to you a twisted tarot tale on a public figure or celebrity. So let's get started. All right, guys. So basically, I'm gonna try to return back to doing these readings for these putrid, pus-filled, powerful people. The thing is, my life was sort of broken before the pandemic, and the pandemic broke it more. And even when I first started this channel, I was able to actually do some of these readings, basically in a public-private place. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about that, or a private-public place. Well, I don't have that. I mean, that was a burden, but I don't even have that ability anymore. So I have to try to do this stuff out of my car, and it's not cold, it's burning hot, but basically I don't get to sit at a table or be in a room, so I have to try to do it in my car. So just to let you know, that's kind of how things are going to go until I can find some room somewhere where I could actually do these readings in a more full manner. So I just want to give you that little brief update and disclaimer. Two-tone situation is terrible, but maybe by the end of this year, the year 2022, it'll get better. So we're gonna be doing some readings for some people, some public figures, some celebrities, and I just wanted to give you this disclaimer that I have to do this basically in my car. So let's get started. Alright, guys, so of course I'm going to try to return back to doing these readings, and we're going to begin with this creature I'm about to talk about. In my opinion, is not a normal human being. He is he is a miscreant. He is a mutant. He's a gremlin. He's a demon. He is if the devil was real and had a vagina, this creature would have came out of the devil's asshole. His name is Ted Cruz. So let's talk about who Ted Cruz is, okay? So Raphael Edward Ted Cruz. He was born December 22nd, 1970. And he is an American politician and attorney serving as the junior United States Senator for Texas since 2013. He's a member of the Republican Party. Cruz served as Solicitor General of Texas from 2003 to 2008. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get my glasses here. As soon as I can get this app back up here, I want to get my glasses out. I can't pause this, though. So I'm going to have to redo it all over. Okay, guys, so yeah, like I said, I'm getting used to this new process, so I'm basically using an audio recorder in my car, and I had to get my glasses so I can see better. Some stuff will be blurry. I'm old now, I'm like 800 years old. And let's continue on with horrible Ted Cruz. So after graduating from Princeton University and Harvard Law School, Cruz pursued a career in politics. He worked as a policy advisor in the George W. Bush administration before serving as Solicitor General of Texas from 2003 to 2008. In 2012, Cruz was elected to the U.S. Senate, becoming the first Hispanic American to serve as a U.S. Senator from Texas. Yeah, he didn't act like an Hispanic guy, okay? In the Senate, Cruz has taken consistently conservative positions on economic and social policy. He played a leading role in the 2013 United States federal government shutdown. That shutdown really threw my life for a loop at the time. Seeking to force Congress and President Barack Obama to defund the Affordable Care Act. He was re-elected in a close Senate race in 2018 against Democratic candidate Beto O'Rourke. In 2016, Cruz ran for president of the United States, placing second behind Donald Trump in the Republican primaries. The competition for the Republican presidential nomination between Trump and Cruz was deeply acrimonious and characterized by a series of public personal attacks. While Cruz initially declined to endorse Trump's campaign once he won the nomination, he became a staunch Trump supporter during the latter's presidency. So just want to break in here real quick. At one point, Trump called Ted Cruz's wife ugly, like right to his face on camera, like probably on the debate stage, which is probably true, and she's probably garbage just as much as Ted is garbage. And there's video of Ted elbowing her and punching her. I don't think she deserves to be punched or elbowed by Cruz or anyone, and she probably is ugly, but the point is, all these people are cretins. They're all cretins. Trump's a cretin, Ted Cruz is a cretin, and anyone who would marry Ted Cruz has to be a cretin. But Trump dissed her and him, like right in front of his face and the whole public's face, okay? Which he deserved it. Ted Cruz is a piece of shit. Anyway, after the January 2021 Capitol attack, Cruz provoked widespread political and popular backlash for objecting to the certification of Joe Biden's victory in the 2020 presidential election and giving credence to the false claim that the election was stolen from Trump. So let's just find something really quick here. Political positions. Cruz is a critic of the rapprochement between Cuba and the United States, saying on Fox News in December 2014 that the thaw in relations was a manifestation of the failures of the Obama-Clinton-Kerry foreign policy that will be remembered as a tragic mistake. Ted Cruz, I believe, is a Cuban. Okay, and I believe his father has some connection to anti-Castro Cubans who probably were involved with killing JFK. So, anyway, so let's see. Crimes, guns, and drug policy. Cruz has called for an end to over-criminalization, harsh mandatory minimum sentences, and the demise of jury trials. He supports the death penalty. In his 2012 Senate campaign, Cruz frequently mentioned his role as counsel for the state of Texas in Medellin versus Texas, a 2008 case in which the Supreme Court held that Texas has the right to ignore an order from the International Court of Justice directing the U.S. to review the convictions and sentences of dozens of Mexican nationals on death row, as he called Medellin the most important case of his tenure as Texas Solicitor General. Okay, so let's look at economy. Cruz has been described by the Cato Institute's Center for Trade Policy Studies as a free trader and as a free trade advocate by the Wall Street Journal. And Two-Tone calls Ted Cruz a traitor. In 2013, he proposed the abolition of the IRS and the implementation of a flat tax where the average American can fill out taxes on a postcard. Cruz is adamantly opposed to a higher minimum wage. Cruz wants to decrease the size of the government significantly. In addition to eliminating the IRS as described above, he has promised to eliminate 4 other cabinet-level agencies: the Department of Energy, the Department of Education, the Department of Commerce, and the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Ted Cruz will get rid of all of those departments. Education. Cruz is a proponent of school choice and opposes the Common Core State Standards Initiative. Energy and environment. Cruz rejects the scientific consensus on climate change. In March 2015, he said that some people are global warming alarmists, and citing satellite temperature measurements, said, contrary to NASA's analysis, that there had been no significant warming in 18 years. Ted Cruz is the kind of guy who tells you smoking cigarettes is not bad for you. Okay, Federal Reserve. In a 2014 opinion editorial in USA Today, Cruz wrote that auditing the Federal Reserve System was a top Republican priority in 2015 and that he supported legislation that would allow the Government Accountability Office to evaluate the Federal Reserve's monetary policy, which may or may not be a good idea. Foreign Affairs. In 2015, Cruz voted for the USA Freedom Act, which reauthorized the USA Patriot Act, which is not good. but reformed some of its provisions, and it didn't even matter. And the reformed provisions probably didn't help the American citizen. Okay, let's see here. There's a whole lot on that. I'm not going to keep going into all the different hate crimes. Cruz was one of the 6 Republican senators to vote against expanding the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, which would allow the U.S. Justice Department to review hate crimes related to COVID-19 and establish an online database. Healthcare. Cruz was a vocal critic of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act passed during under President Obama in 2010. Hurricane aid. In 2013, Cruz voted against a bill to provide a package of federal aid to the northern East Coast for recovery from Hurricane Sandy because he said the bill was filled with unrelated pork and 2/3 of that bill had nothing to do with Sandy. Immigration. Cruz took a hardline stance on immigration issues during the 2014 border crisis and opposes comprehensive immigration reform. Sorry, guys, I'm hearing stuff, but Cruz's dad's probably an illegal immigrant. All right, so let's go here. Judiciary. In March 2016, about 7 months before the forthcoming presidential election, Cruz argued the Senate should not consider Obama's nominee to the Supreme Court on the grounds that this should be a decision for the people. Let the election decide. Piece of shit. Military. Cruz has criticized U.S. military for becoming emasculated by its recruiting efforts, comparing those efforts unfavorably to the Russian militaries. Net neutrality. Cruz opposes net neutrality, which prevents internet service providers from deliberately blocking or slowing particular websites, arguing that the internet economy has flourished in the United States simply because it has remained largely free from government regulation. Outsourcing jobs. During his 2016 presidential campaign, Cruz strongly denounced outsourcing American jobs to other countries, which is a great thing, but do you really think he would have stopped that? Alleging that any politician who allowed it to happen was betraying their constituents. Social issues. Cruz is strongly anti-abortion, but would allow the procedure when a pregnancy endangers the mother's life. Cruz opposes same-sex marriage and civil unions. Cruz compared the vandalism, destruction of monuments and memorials in the United States to the 2001 destruction of the giant Buddhas of Bamiyan by the Taliban. So there was some stuff destroyed. I think that the LGBT community destroyed some monuments or memorials, and Cruz is comparing that to when the Taliban blew up Buddhas, those big Buddha statues. So that's just a little bit about Ted Cruz. He's a dirty piece of shit. No one should support Ted Cruz. No one should be his friend. No one should be his ally. No one should consider him a representative of them. Ted Cruz is one of the worst human beings that ever walked the earth. And I've heard people call into different political talk shows and said that they voted for Donald Trump on purpose because they didn't want Ted Cruz to win the nomination. Ted Cruz is a slimy guy. If I had more time, ability, I would pull up many different clips of Ted Cruz being slimy on camera in public. There are many occasions where Ted Cruz is the slimiest person on earth, and you're thinking, how could someone behave like that? There's so many times. But we're going to be doing a reading for him, and I'm going to try to do a twisted tarot tale because I think I only did a terrifying one for him. But we're going to do a twisted tarot tale because he's a twisted freak. All right, guys. So we want to know about Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, the Republican senator from, I think he's from Texas. I think Ted Cruz is from Texas. I already shuffled it twice. We're going to do a third shuffle here. Then we'll do a cut. And we want the universe to tell us about Ted Cruz. Okay, so we're going to do 4 into 4s. Into 4s. And we want to know about right now. We want to know right now. This is May 30th, 2022, Memorial Day. Memorial Day, Monday. We want to know about. And I'm in the parking lot, guys. Sorry. We want to know about Ted Cruz, and we want to know 2 cards. Want to get 2 cards for his situation, 2 cards for his challenge, and 2 cards for... No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not giving him any advice because he's a scumbag. So we're not going to do that spread. I'm sorry. We're going to do 2 cards for his past, 2 cards for his present, and 2 cards for Ted Cruz's future. Okay, universe, let's see. 2 cards for Ted Cruz's past. We need 2 cards. 2 cards for Ted Cruz's past. Yeah, see, there's a lot of work going on here, guys. A lot of work. 2 cards for Ted Cruz's past. 2 cards. Yeah, see, you know it's for real because I can't get anything to come out. Oh, man. 2 cards for Ted Cruz's past. We need 2 cards for Senator Ted Cruz. His past. So we got 1 card right here. Haven't even seen it yet. Looks like the Ace of Wands. Yep, Ace of Wands. That's the first card for Ted Cruz's past. And this was at the bottom of the deck after the first card came out. We need 1 more card for Ted Cruz's past. Hold on. This was the... sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry. This is the 4 of Wands. You know what? I need to get my glasses, guys. I need to get my glasses. Where's the pause button? What happened to my pause button? So the 4 of Wands is Ted Cruz's bottom card for the Ace of Wands for Ted Cruz's past. We need another card for Ted Cruz's past. Oh. I can't help it, guys. It all kind of came out. This one hit first. The Emperor. So that's the past. Probably Donald Trump. And the King of Wands, which is also probably Donald Trump or Ted Cruz. I'm not sure. So we're just gonna do like this then. So we got 3 cards for the past. We're still gonna try to do 2 cards. Oh, and this was at the bottom. This 8 of Wands was at the bottom there for Ted Cruz's the bottom card of those past cards. Now we're gonna do 2 cards for the present. Ted Cruz's present. What is Ted Cruz's present? Whoa, see that? Okay. This is the first card for Ted Cruz's present, which is the Star card. The Star card is currently Ted Cruz's present. And at the bottom of the deck for that card was the Page of Swords. We need 1 more card for Ted Cruz's present. What is Ted Cruz's present? I don't understand what happened to the pause button on my recorder here. I should be able to pause it. What is Ted Cruz's present? Wow. I don't know if you guys saw that come out, but it landed like this with the I was gonna say elephant, with the rabbit at the top. That means it's upside down. So it's this. So it's basically the Hermit. It's the Hermit, but it's reversed. So this is Ted Cruz's present. The Star in the Hermit is Ted Cruz's present. The Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the King of Wands is Ted Cruz's past. Now this card right here at the bottom of this deck right now at this moment is the bottom card for Ted Cruz's present. And that card is the Fool. Yeah, he's a foolish guy. Ted Cruz, he is. He's an awful guy. So let's get 2 more cards for Ted Cruz's future. You guys can see me. I'm sweating. I'm doing a sweat lodge. It's not even that hot outside. I need 2 cards for Ted Cruz's future. Ted Cruz's future. Come on, Ted. Oh, I don't know. You guys see that? So it landed right side up, and it's the Page of Swords. So in the future, there's going to be some Page of Swordsness for Ted Cruz, and at the bottom for that particular card is the Seven of Wands. I need one more card for Ted Cruz's future. Oh, it fell. Man, see, this is tough. It's tough doing this in the car, guys. It's tough doing this in the car. Oh, there's a cache of them. So there's like 3 of them for the rest of Ted Cruz's future. There's 3 for the rest of Ted Cruz's future. And so this would have landed first. This would have hit the table first. I can't even see what that is, guys. But it's the Two of Swords. If the letters were in white, I could see it. It's the Two of Swords. And then the next one that would have hit the table would be this one. That is the Two of Wands. And then the next one is Death. Oh, thank God. I hope I don't want I like to see the end of Ted Cruz. I do. I would like to see that just be over with. No more Ted Cruz. And look, this is the Empress. So this was the bottom card for these 3 cards here. Okay. So I'm gonna pause it. Then I'm gonna take a picture of it. Then I'm gonna interpret it. So hold on. All right, guys. So oh, I see. They moved the pause button, didn't they? They sure did. Pause button. I don't know why they did that. So okay, guys. So they relocated the pause button on me on the camera recorder, whatever. So this is Ted Cruz's past, present, and future. So these 3 cards are Ted Cruz's past. These 2 cards are his present. These 4 cards are Ted Cruz's future. And this is the bottom card for at least these 3. So basically the first one for his past was the Ace of Wands. So in a reading, the Ace of Wands promises an opportunity to transform your will or an idea into something real, like trying to start a fire with sticks. It might seem hard or frustrating, but the effort is worth it because you might create what you might create can light up the world or at least some dark corner of it. It is a good portent for the beginning of a new project. All right, guys, and the keywords are desire, passion, will, drive, inspiration, potency, energy, enterprise, confidence, courage, optimism, setting goals, invention. That's one of the cards for Ted Cruz's past. Another one is the Emperor, okay? Now, the Emperor is a pretty strong card, okay? So, the Emperor is a pretty big deal. So, in a reading, the Emperor reminds us that we are the stewards of our own lives as well as active participants in our own societies. The Empress teaches us that there is a reason for everything. The Emperor heeds her teaching and knows that food will not be readily available all the time and therefore creates structures to ensure that his people can survive the winter. Likewise, we must pay attention to our resources and think of future needs to plan accordingly. Even when we are planning our own lives, when we act as emperors for ourselves, our actions affect others as well as the world around us. A true emperor has a long and broad vision. In shamanic understanding, whether an individual does or doesn't agree with their culture, everyone is encouraged to accept their responsibility in creating that culture. It is easy to blame a single person or group of people as emperors for the sad state of affairs. Spiritual and moral responsibility for our society lies with each and every one of us, which Ted Cruz, he doesn't give a shit about any of that. And we are all emperors, and hopefully we will all try as hard as the dodo to do the best we can with what we have. You know, the dodo is extinct, and so is Ted Cruz, and he doesn't belong anywhere. So the key words for the emperor is stability, structure, power, authority, leadership, control, protection, stewardship, order, boss, fatherhood, father, ambition, reason, logic, confidence. This is Ted Cruz's past. Another one is the King of Wands for Ted Cruz. That makes sense, you know. King of Wands is sort of like the mayor, you know. I wish they made it easier to find. Let's see, hold on a second here, guys. So we better get to the King of Wands. Really? Okay, well, I'm almost there. All right, here we go. It's hard to do this in the car, and I'm sweating like I'm in the desert. Okay, so for Ted Cruz, the King of Wands in his past, in a reading, the King of Wands is someone who can be charming and willing to share the secrets to his success up to a point. So yeah, this looks like this looks like Ted Cruz here, the King of Wands, Ted Cruz, right? Looks just like Ted Cruz, trying to balance something slimy and slithery on his mouth or his nose or something. He's gross. Ted Cruz is a gross guy. So he is happy to show off his skills and enjoys being admired. Above all things, he values taking action and particularly loves starting new projects. He isn't as interested in talking things through committees or attending to details. If you want to gain his support, present an exciting new idea and appeal to his sense of adventure. Hit the right chord with him and he'll help make things happen, but will expect you to work out all the details. Whatever you do, don't let him be embarrassed or you'll never get another chance. Except for Trump. He just licks Trump's balls. If he finds you boring, he may take a cue from Father William and threaten to kick you out of his office if you're not Trump. Authority figure, keywords. Decision maker, power, experience, action, decisive, seeks excitement and adventure, loves new ideas. And he reminds me of the mayor. So the King of Wands is sort of like the mayor. All right. Mayor of fucking crazy town. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me press this. So in Ted Cruz's present is the Star card. In a reading, the Star reminds us that it is time to dip back into the pool that nourishes our hearts and souls, that cleanses our minds, that points our wills toward our own true north. The two-tone, terrifying tarot show, or the Twisted Tarot show. Whatever we are facing, we will be able to negotiate it better if we turn away for a while and attend to the needs of the whole self. When we are metaphorically well-fed of soul, clear of mind, and renewed of will, it is much easier to determine our way. Decisions become easier because we are not being driven by desperation or the influence of others. Our internal North Star shines like the stars on a clear night. Its sparkle and twinkle reminding us that the magic was in us all along to help us live in the world, which can be a hard place, with grace and truth. So hope, keywords: hope, faith, healing, cleansing, renewal, guidance, peace, blessing, tranquility, serenity, inspiration, optimism, happiness, promises, and wishes. Yeah. So right now, presently, Ted Cruz is wishing he could be president. And he's going to work himself to that direction. Be ready. The other card in Ted Cruz's present is the Hermit. And in a reading, the Hermit suggests that it is time to take stock of all the ideas. Excuse me, hold on. Take stock of all the ideas. See, Ted Cruz is trying to stop me from doing this reading on him. Fuck Ted Cruz. It says, sorry guys, take stock of all the ideas you've been carrying around. Unpack them and consider them as carefully as and as objectively as possible. If they are good and useful, if they ring true to your own ideals, or if they improve your ideals, find a place for them in your personal philosophy. If after due consideration you determine that they are not a good match, then release them.
This is a time for you to make decisions based only on your own opinions. Pleasing others may have its time and its place, but that time isn't now, and that place isn't here. To your own unique self be true, no matter how strange that may be to the rest of the world. Solitude, introspection, philosophy, meditation, withdrawal, contemplation, wisdom, guidance, seeking, mysticism, privacy, and prudence. So those are the key words for the hermit, and it was reversed. So basically, he's not even properly taking solitude and introspecting. He wouldn't do that. He's a piece of shit. All right, guys. So for the Page of Swords for Ted Cruz's future. So in the future, Ted Cruz has the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and Death. So for the Page of Swords, in a reading, the Page of Swords, like all the pages, can be a young person. They can also be someone who is taking on new responsibilities or beginning to explore new ideas. They are interested in language and communication, taking pleasure in the sounds of words and the precision of their meanings. This means that they can be a little snobby and maybe a bit of a know-it-all. Sounds like Ted Cruz. Because this page has such a logical mind and keen eye, they can be brilliant problem solvers. Sounds like Ted Cruz. He's not stupid. He's an awful guy. He's smart. He's just an awful guy. Okay, because this page is such a long, logical mind and keen eye, they can be brilliant problem solvers and excellent out-of-the-box thinking. He'll find a clever way to fuck everyone over. I'm sorry to say, don't laugh at their funny affections. Take their ideas seriously. When he tells you he's going to fucking destroy government departments, don't think he's joking. Ted Cruz will destroy all the different things that help you as an American citizen. It's his job. He's an enemy. He is the enemy of America. You guys out there smart who follow my channel, you already know this. But you know people, they think Ted Cruz is great. They're dumb. They're not informed. They're misled. Okay? The keywords: message, student, young or inexperienced person, supporter, enthusiasm, keen eye, gossip, lover of words, eager to begin. So I think in the future, either he's going to be somebody's fan and start licking somebody's balls like Trump. He licks Trump's balls now, even though Trump called his wife ugly. Or there's going to be some new Ted Cruz version 2.0 that's going to be like Junior Ted Cruz, and he's going to be looking up to Ted Cruz. All right, so let's find the Two of Swords, guys. Okay, for Ted Cruz's Two of Swords. In a reading, this card shows a situation where a decision must be made, and it also gives advice about how to make that decision. In many cases, tarot suggests listening to our intuition and values, what we think of as other ways of knowing. However, the Suit of Swords is about logic and reason. Alice sits with her back toward the ocean and the moon, both symbols of the subconscious and intuition. She is blindfolded so that she doesn't look for more input. She is alone with what she already knows. Using that information, she must make her choice. You already have all the facts that you need. Use your reason, weigh the pros and cons, and make your decision. Waiting for more input is just a way to procrastinate. Neither choice may be optimal, and putting off the decision will not change that. Keywords: needing to make a decision, insufficient data, lack of facts, denial, feeling conflicted, head and heart in opposition. So there's a moment in the future when Ted Cruz is going to have to make a big decision, and he's not going to be sure how he can best fuck over everybody, including his wife. So that's a decision he's going to have to make pretty soon. So for Ted Cruz's Two of Wands, hold on a second. In a reading, this card indicates that even though you are facing a decision, Ted Cruz, about what to do and where to employ your energy to best fuck over everybody, including your own wife, you should feel confident that you will make the right decision that will fuck everybody really hard in the ass with sand. Intuition is sometimes mistaken as the first thing that comes into your head. This is not true and often gets people in trouble. So that is why they end up not trusting their intuition. Intuition occurs when your desire and intent are in perfect harmony with the universe. You are in that space, or are able to get there by questioning your motives. Clear away the debris of expectations or of concerns for the opinions of others, because you really don't give a shit about anyone anyway, Ted Cruz, and you'll know what to do. Keywords: vision, energy, authority, ability, determination, dominance, intention, business or career, proposal or decision, confidence, and fucking everybody over. All right. So let me get the last one. Okay, so I mean, to me personally, sorry guys for the camera, it's all messed up. The whole video is probably messed up. But to me, basically, this is Ted Cruz coming up with a decision regarding death. Either his wife's death, his kid's death, other people he know death, the American people's death. But Ted Cruz is definitely going to be bringing death, probably, or poisoning something up, and that will help bring death sooner. But death is a big part of this reading here for his future, because he's probably going to be deciding who dies. Because, it's just a horrible world where people like Ted Cruz can be allowed to operate at all. But death is the final card for his future. In a reading, death means that something has ended, and after such a loss, nothing will ever be the same again. I read once about a village where when somebody died, everyone in the village changed something about their house or yard in solidarity with the bereaved family, noting that their world is no longer the same as it was. We like to assign good or bad to experiences. It is human nature. With the experience of death, we should resist this temptation. Death is a part of life and is neither good nor bad. If there is any goodness or badness, it is in how we experience and relate to death. Well, I want to tell you guys, there is something called good and bad, and Ted Cruz is all bad. All of them. Every inch of Ted Cruz is bad. There's nothing good about him. He's garbage. And the keywords: death, rebirth, endings, mortality, loss, change, failure, destruction, severing ties, transitions, transformation, inexorable force, elimination. So hopefully Ted Cruz will eliminate himself and put an end, a death to his career. And then he can step down and go back to the rat's asshole that he came out of. So hold on, guys. Let's find out about the Empress here. Okay, because the Empress is the bottom card of the deck for the future here. So the bottom card is sort of the foundation or basis for at least the last three future cards. Okay, and it's the Empress. Okay. And it says, in a reading, the Empress is the knowledge of and deep love for the workings of the natural world that Ted Cruz can completely destroy and all that reside within it. It is also the desire to share that understanding to help others move more comfortably through their lives. It is also the wisdom that to everything there is a season, and if there is no jam today, we can live in hope of jam tomorrow. And just as surely as the sun rises and sets each day, spring will follow winter, abundance will follow lean times, and death will follow life. So obviously death has a big part in Ted Cruz's future. Hopefully it means that he's going to die. Otherwise, he's going to be the cause of someone else's death, or he'll be the cause of America's death. America as a nation, he'll be the cause of the American nation completely dying, which I think it might be more likely what's going to be happening here. So here's the key words. I don't know if I already said it. Abundance, fertility, creativity, pleasure, beauty, happiness, comfort, nature, motherhood, mother, nurturing, love, pregnancy, and generosity. Yeah, Ted Cruz probably most definitely is a anti-abortion person. So he's probably going to be okay with killing women who get abortions. That sounds like Ted Cruz. Yeah. So this might have something to do with that. Yeah, Ted Cruz helping to kill women who don't want to have children. So, I think Ted Cruz really should sink on a ship somewhere really soon. All right, guys. Well, this is going to wrap this up for this particular quick reading I normally would do clarifiers for all of this, but maybe I'll come back and do something else and clarify this. But right now, maybe I'll make the clarification a whole separate video. Maybe that's what I'll do, guys. I'll make the clarification a whole separate video, and you'll have to go to the clarification to find out what it means for Ted Cruz, his future. Okay, hopefully he'll die soon. So I'm glad you guys came back. I really enjoy you guys, being fans. Please click like and subscribe and share and tell all your friends about my crazy ass show. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully we're gonna do somebody else pretty soon. There's no loss of assholes in the news, so we're gonna do somebody real soon. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.
I'm so tired of your lies and the evil things you're doing behind my back are the crimes that you have never committed. I doubt it sometimes. I wonder when will you die. You're insane. You are bad. You wreck everything you touch and you're a sociopath. There's just one thing that everyone's wondering, when will you die? School children stay at home and all the banks will close. Every part of your comeuppance except for the one remaining piece of the puzzle, which is when you'll die. This is Dan, and that's Dan, and there's Marty on the drums to complete the band. And I'm John, and he is also John, and all of us are one. High five.